Hello everyone, this is Ashwin again. How is it going? Welcome to the part 1 of Raspberry Pi setup. In this tutorial, we will learn how to set up the Raspberry Pi with Raspbian OS. Raspbian OS can be installed on all the models of Raspberry Pi family. In addition to Raspberry Pi, we need the following components for the setup: a computer or a laptop, Wi-Fi connection with internet, a USB mouse, a USB keyboard, minimum 8 GB, class 10 micro SD card, micro SD to SD card adapter, SD card reader, USB to micro USB cable, 5 volt and 2 ampere of USB power supply. If you are going to use a VGA monitor, you are also going to need a HDMI to VGA adapter. In case your Raspberry Pi board does not have onboard Wi-Fi, you are going to require a USB Wi-Fi dongle. I have compiled the list of softwares required for this setup. In case you are wondering where you can find the links to the downloads of this software, you can check the description section down below. The first software that we require is Download Accelerator Plus. So the purpose of this software is to manage the download files of large volumes. So soon we are going to see how to download the operating system image. Download Accelerator Plus is going to be useful in that case. The second software we require is WinRAR. The purpose of this is to extract the compressed operating system images. And the final and the most important piece of software that we require is Win32 Disk Imager. So the purpose of Win32 Disk Imager is to write the OS image file onto the micro SD card. So let us see how to install the Download Accelerator Plus. First of all, we are going to download the installable package. It seems that the download is going to take quite a while, so we are just going to skip the part where we have to wait. Seems that the download is completed, so let us open the downloads directory and run the setup file. It is going to ask you for admin privileges. And here we go with the installation wizard. So there are a couple of options that we need to check or uncheck depending on your preferences. The second option says that download and open, so your computer can play or open any file. So I would recommend that you uncheck this option, because if that is an executable file, the downloaded file, if it is an executable, then you really don't want to run it directly. So just uncheck this option. So let's go ahead and finish the setup. Yeah, I guess installation is done. So let's go with the free version. Here we have the Download Accelerator Plus. Let us see how to install WinRAR. So for that we need to go to the download page and download the appropriate setup file. So let us see what options are available. I guess I need to go ahead with 64-bit version because I have a 64-bit Windows computer. So this is the 64-bit version, and let's download the WinRAR. So it is going to download a setup file. Once the download is done, just open the setup file. It is going to ask you for admin privileges and go ahead with the installation. So I guess installation is done, and it is asking us what file extension we should associate with WinRAR. Just check the ISO file and click OK. Click done. And this is the WinRAR, and this is the WinRAR. We are going to use it for extracting the operating system images. We are going to download and install Win32 Disk Imager now. So let us go to the download page. Let us download the setup file. This is going to take quite a while, so we are just going to skip the waiting part. Seems like download is done. Let us open that exe file. It's gonna ask us for the admin privileges, and here we go with the setup. Run through the wizard and click install. This is Win32 Disk Imager. This is going to be very useful in order to write the OS image to the disk. The next step of setup is to download an image of Raspbian operating system. We can find that image at www.raspberrypi.org. So let us copy this URL and paste it in the browser, and it will take us to the homepage of Raspberry Pi. So on the homepage there are various options, out of which we need to choose downloads. So here you will find a lot of operating systems listed. All these operating systems are compatible with Raspberry Pi. So just go ahead and choose Raspbian, because that is the thing we are interested in as of now. You will find here two options. One is Raspbian Stretch with desktop, so which is nothing but an image of the Debian Stretch with desktop environment, I would say. And the other thing is Raspbian Stretch Lite. This is the minimum image based on the Debian Stretch. We are more interested in Raspbian Stretch with desktop because we want to understand like how Raspberry Pi desktop looks like. And there are again two download options. The first option is download torrent. So this is torrent based download. So if you are more comfortable with that, you can go ahead with this. And the other option is download zip. So this is going to download a zip file which will contain the image file of the operating system. So we will just go ahead and copy this location. Mind it that we are not going to directly click this link, because once you click this link, it will start the download in your browser. And God forbid if there is any interruption in the download, right? Your browser is closed accidentally, or your computer gets rebooted, or your internet connection disconnects, then all the download progress is going to be undone. Okay, it will not be saved anywhere. So we are going to use Download Accelerator Plus. So this is precisely where Download Accelerator Plus comes into the picture. So go ahead and add this link to the list of URLs from where the download is to be done in Download Accelerator Plus. So here is the add icon, and then just go ahead and let me show it to you once again. Go ahead and paste it here like this. Go ahead and click OK and click open here. So this is going to start the download. So now accidentally if your browser gets restarted, okay, so this is not browser based, so you really don't have to worry about it. Also, even if your internet gets disconnected in between or your computer gets rebooted, this is still going to continue the download once the computer reboots or once the internet connectivity is restored. So this is going to take quite a while for the download to finish. So we are just going to skip the waiting part here. It seems that the download is completed. So let us open the directory where we can find the downloaded file. So this is the folder where we can find the downloaded file. This is a zip file, as I had told you already, and we just need to extract this zip file. So just click here, right click and say extract here. So it's gonna take quite a while to extract this image because the size of this image is around 4 GB. Yes, the size of the image file is around 4 GB. So the extraction is done. This is the file which has the operating system image, and we need to write this file to the micro SD card. Insert the micro SD card into the micro SD to SD card adapter. Insert the adapter to the USB card reader. Plug in the USB card reader to the computer or the laptop. Open Win32 Disk Imager and it will ask you for admin privileges. Just click yes. At this stage you need to make sure that no other external storage device is connected to your computer. So external storage devices mean something like external portable hard disk as well as a cell phone with micro SD card. This is because in case those devices are connected and you choose the wrong device here, all the data on that device will be overwritten. So make sure that only your SD card reader writer is connected to the computer. Choose that from the devices and choose the image file. So in my case, image file can be found in Documents, My DAP Downloads, and this is the image file. It will have the extension star.img. So choose that image file and click the write button. It is going to pop up a confirmation box which will say writing to the physical device can corrupt the device. So don't worry about it. Just click yes. So it is going to start writing the image to the micro SD card, and it is going to take quite a while. So we are just going to fast forward this part. The message reads, write successful. It means that the OS image has successfully been flashed to the micro SD card. Click OK. Close Win32 Disk Imager window. If you are planning to use HDMI display, then we are pretty much done here. However, there is an additional step in case you are planning to use VGA display. If you have VGA display, then you need to modify the contents of config.txt file which resides in the boot partition. So to accomplish that, open File Explorer in Windows and then click the drive corresponding to your micro SD card. So usually that drive will be labeled as boot. So this is nothing but the boot partition in your drive, and you will be able to find config.txt file here. If you double click the file, it will open the file with the default text editor of Windows, which is Notepad. But if you try to open this file with Notepad, you can see that the text here seems to be kind of incomprehensible. So just open this file with some other text editor of your choice. I would usually go with WordPad. Now the text is more recognizable to all of us. So as I have told you already, in case you are planning to use VGA display, you need to make these changes. These changes are not needed in case you are planning to use HDMI display. So let's have a look at what changes we need to make. We need to uncomment a couple of lines and we need to change a couple of parameters. So the first line that we need to uncomment is disable underscore overscan equal to 1. So this is how we uncomment it, by deleting the hash sign. The second line that we need to change is HDMI force hot plug. We need to uncomment this as well. Then we need to change HDMI group equal to 1 to HDMI group equal to 2 and HDMI mode equal to 16. Uncomment both these lines. The fifth line that we need to uncomment and change is HDMI drive. So we need to uncomment this line as well. Finally, we need to uncomment config underscore HDMI underscore boost equal to 4. So uncomment this line. Save the file. Close the file and carefully eject the SD card. Safely eject and disconnect the SD card reader from your computer. Take out the SD card from the adapter. Insert the micro SD card into the Raspberry Pi's card slot. Plug in the display cable. Make sure that the power supply is off at this stage and connect the power cable. Attach the USB keyboard and USB mouse. If your model of Raspberry Pi does not have onboard Wi-Fi, Then attach the USB Wi-Fi dongle to the Pi. Plug in the power supply. Switch on the power. Raspberry Pi will boot up now. We can see the LEDs blinking. This is how boot screen looks like for single core models of Raspberry Pi. And this is how the boot screen looks like for quad core models of Raspberry Pi. And this is how the Raspberry Pi Raspbian desktop looks like. We will set up the Wi-Fi now. You will find an icon with two crosses in the top right corner of the screen. It is the icon for Wi-Fi. Select it and select your Wi-Fi network. Then key in the password and click OK. It will authenticate and connect to your Wi-Fi network. We are going to enable the SSH now. Open the terminal window by clicking the terminal icon on the screen and then type in sudo raspi-config. This is going to invoke raspi-config utility. Then choose interfacing options and then choose SSH. Choose yes and select OK. This is going to enable the SSH. Now we need to finish the setup and reboot the Raspberry Pi device by sudo reboot -h now. Please do not forget to watch part 2 of this setup guide. Let me know your thoughts and suggestions in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I will see you next time.